Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Rest. In this video, I want to go over the NoPewPew. Now, this is another Revenge of the Cartel's weapon. This honestly is a really slept on assault rifle. Well, I don't want to say slept on it. Some people know it's pretty good, but this is actually probably one of the best assault rifles in the game. It rivals something like the OPQ system. It obviously is different in some ways, but it is a very good assault rifle. So the way this gun works is that it's going to shoot out multiple pellets, and the longer you hold the trigger down, the faster it's going to fire. And it's a COV weapon, so it will overheat if you hold the trigger down way too long, but it takes a good bit. As you see, the fire rate is crazy, and if you time it perfectly and like mess around with the actual heat on the weapon, you can get it to where you pretty much the gun never has to overheat, and you could just melt enemies with it. Now, another effect it does have is when you kill an enemy, it's actually going to make that enemy explode into like a little lava puddle. It doesn't do too much, I mean, but it obviously is nice. Again, it's extra damage, so it does help out. But the main appeal is that it's gonna, shoot a bunch of pellets out and increase that fire rate. And with that alone, without the legendary effect, it already does an insane amount of damage. So as you see on these enemies, again, this is with nothing. It's gonna tear through these enemies. Like if I could actually hit him, like it does a good bit. And with the Mara ricocheting everywhere, it just kills everything. But now if you get Revolter and the anointment proc, you are just going to start melting these enemies. Like look at that. Like it is ridiculous how fast you can melt these enemies. Go up here, Revolter, axe go popped again. Literally not even hitting crits on him, and he's just dead. And it is just ridiculous. And this is without even the fast charge rate on it. Like this is literally just the base thing. Like if you get it charged up really fast, it is ridiculous. Here's the mini boss. Let's see. Dead instantly. Literally just like the OPQ. It's dead. But we'll take it over to the Guardian Takedown now so we can see what it does there. All right, so over here on the Guardian Takedown now, I'm gonna just obviously test the weapon out alone, and it is doing actually really good damage with nothing really being procced. And like this is without, well, excuse me, the Revolter was procced, the shield went off. I let the Revolter go off 1 second real quick. It takes so long for the Revolter to go away. There we go. And it's still doing pretty good damage to be nothing proc. Now if we have the axe skill, anointment proc and Revolter, this is the face slam anoint. Like you just melt enemies. Like it is insane. Like this gun is ridiculous. Like it is definitely on par with the OPQ system. And if you haven't tried it out, you definitely need to try this thing out. Like this is also with just a build I kind of just have thrown together. Like it's not really focusing on COV weapons or anything. I can only imagine if you actually start to get COV stats on like a company man, it is just going to be insane. All right, and then for the final test, obviously we're going to test that on Grave Ward as you do in pretty much any weapon. So we're going to proc two things to Transcend. I probably should have swapped this back to incendiary damage. We'll see what this does without it. And when it starts to speed up, yeah, it's ridiculous. And that is with doing 40% corrosive damage, because I did have infusion on with that with the corrosive element. So you take that off, it's going to melt even faster. So if that doesn't show you how ridiculous this gun is and what you can do with it without even that much of a build going for it, I don't know what to show you. Because so that is another gun I definitely would recommend getting. Again, you can just always farm it now because the cartel event is staying around forever, which is great. Be sure to get an anointment you want. Again, you can reroll anointments now, so you can just get your best damage dealing perks, start melting bosses, have a blast with this thing. It is probably one of the best assault rifles in the game. It's definitely one of the best COV weapons in the game. That's going to be all for me. If you enjoy, consider subscribing and dropping a like. It really helps me out. It helps get the videos out there, and it helps our community grow. I truly appreciate it. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.